Yes, dear my respectful viewer, today your subject is, as you see on the top of my head, is Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim is the name of Allah, combined for all three of them, Allah, Rahman and Rahim. And that is the very powerful word, is the verse of Quran. And also the Muslims, the believers, the one who is believed and the one who knows the power of the secrecy of these verses, they do not without wuzu, without ablution, or without clean, or without something good intention, they do not use it, and just it is not like a poem to say all the time for any time you want. But Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim has certain condition or certain clearancy to read it or to recite it. Definitely when you are standing on the prayer, of course when you go to the prayer, definitely you do wudu, and then after that is okay. Still Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned it before this powerful word. Say another A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, for the reason to be clean your mouth more, to read this verse, that your prayer will accept it, inshallah, will be proper. For the reason of some people do not want to mention it all the time, until somebody to some letter or some documents Muslims use instead of Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. They said 878. I think it's 8786. 8 number abjad, call it abjad, and so by the kind of Nujum calculation, they brought out that it was supposed to, instead of Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, the people can mention it, the number on the top of the letter 786. So Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim by itself is 19 letters. In the only by the first of Allah is 4 letter. 4 letter is combined to make one word. The word of Allah is just like is in our hand, just like this. So this is it's a Aleph, Lam, Aleph, Hey. It's 4 words. So 4 letters in it. And then this one is never be, if you drop any of the letter from it, still Allah has exist. The name of Allah still exist. But any other names which you see all around, like for example, if you say book, if you drop the B, it cannot give the meaning of the book. But look, the Allah is, if you drop the Aleph, it still is Lillah. It still is Lillah. And Lillah, it's still Lillahi ma fis samawati wa ma fil ard. So it still is Allah is there. If you say again the Aleph and Lam, is you drop and you say La, Lam, Hey, this is Hey. And this also is you say Lahu mulku samawati wal ard. It's still Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then also the Lam, also the last Lam, also if you drop and say only Hey, and say what does it mean? Say Huwallahu ahad. Qul Huwallahu ahad. It still exist. This is very amazing, and this is surprising, never be losing the existence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why this name of Allah, as I said, cannot be for any other language to be same. It's synonym, it's come out, not God or Khuda or that something. However, the other things is when the time of Prophet Muhammad was the people was told him that is why you talking about Allah, Allah, Allah. Who is Allah? And he said that is Allah is the one. Like before was what we talking about? One we have. Everybody has a God. So we have one God. He said no, this God is the one which is for all. And he mentioned that says, first of all, Qul huwallahu ahad, which right away Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent him to the Gabriel to tell these people to say Allahu samad wa lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. So it means that is he said that is the translation of that is, and say he is Allah the one, Allah the eternal refuge. He does not beget nor he begot, and no one can become equal to him. And after that in the Quran many places also about the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mention it, like sabbaha lillahi ma fi samawati wa ma fil ard, like or sabbaha lillahi ma fi samawati wal ard wa huwa al azizul hakim. So I translated whatever is the heaven and the earth declare the glory of Allah, and he exalted in might most wise. له ملك السماوات والأرض يحيي ويميت وهو على كل شيء قدير. To whom belong the sovereignty of the heavens and the earth. He gave life and he caused death, and he is possessor of power over all things. In another place it says also هو الأول والآخر والظاهر والباطن وهو بكل شيء عليم. Also he is the first and the last and the manifest and the hidden, and he is knower of all things. And also another place also said هو الذي خلق السماوات والأرض في 6 أيام ثم استوى على العرش يعلج ما في الأرض يعلج في الأرض وما يخرج منها وما ينزل من السماء وما يعلج فيها. So he is who has created the heavens and the rotary earth in 6 periods, and he is established on the throne of power. He knows what goes down into the earth and what comes from the sky water. Another place also about the Allah, and then the Prophet Muhammad was very struggling about those people. What is the Allah? Always. So, and he also mentioned it هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو عالم الغيب والشهادة وهو الرحمن الرحيم. هو الرحمن الرحيم. So he is Allah, the one beside whom there is no God, knower of the invisible and the visible. He is the most gracious, the most rewarding. Also continues it والله الذي لا إله إلا هو الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار المتكبر سبحان الله عما يشركون. He is Allah, the one beside whom there is no God, the sovereignty, the most holy, the author of the peace and the grantor of the security, the guardians, the mighty, the supreme, the exalted. Glory be to Allah above what they associate. And the other one also, هو الله الخالق البارئ المصور له الأسماء الحسنى يسبح له ما في السماوات والأرض وهو العزيز الحكيم. He is Allah, the creator, the molder, the fashioner. To him belong the most beautiful names. Whatever is the heaven and the earth do glory him, and he is the exalted and the might, in might the most wise. So these are all the things which is about the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is in Quran and many other verses, but I could not have a chance to read all of them. But however, but Rahman also is belong to him, belong to Allah also, that nobody be forgiven except him, and nobody to merciful or blessed except him. These are all three things combined in one verses. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Also, the power of this verse is many story we have about it, and I would like to go only for 2-3 of them. One of them was the Kasra. When the Kasra was the government on that at that time, they have a very high building, but the building with the time of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was born, and that night that building was broke down. And then, but however, still was the government was there, and the people was still live there. They had a king, Then the king of that times and that the government, he become headache, and every day at least 20 times he had he has to hit his head on the wall because it's too much painful. They could not cure it at all in the whole, whatever the medication they gave him, he did not. So, and then finally he thought, okay, when the Prophet, that the religion in the East, in Saudi was come out, and the Mecca, what this was happen over here, our building was broke, but they have some, if they do something for us, and they send the people to ask to that Khalifa, at that time Prophet Muhammad ﷺ already passed, but after he knew there is some people as representative of Islam there. And that time was Ali Karamallahu Wajh, who was on the power on the fourth Khalifa, and they came to him, and the king has a problem about headache, and he gave him one head, and they put inside the head Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, and when they take him, they put in his head, and right away he become cured, no more headache. And when he said, what is this and this, let me open it, and they asked the people to open it, they opened it, they tore it off, and then they said Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, and then he became Muslim. And the other one also, the story I'd like to give you quickly because my time is going to be finished. And then that the Hiroshima, one of the religious person was lost everybody's in their family, and he was very bad shape, and some Muslim saw him, and we asked him to read Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. When he read it, and for one, he become very soft and no any kind of madness in body and shaking and those things. He was normal, and when he feel like that, and he also prostrate in the earth and said, "I'm Muslim." He become Muslim. In many story we have about the history about the Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, and this is recommendation to all Muslims to have to learn their children. And then this is for anything that they do, everything we do, we have to start by the name of Allah, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. May Allah bless you. Inshallah, we will come in next week with some another new subject. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.